inner renewal. This wasn't ignorance, it was a deliberate health philosophy. The Romans' robust
Balanced life supplements, bringing health to the world, no shame in that. No, let's live and not die, let's play healthy while we survive, thrive, not just be alive.
History shows that the Romans approached illness with pragmatic confidence, not fear, in a way that is practical rather than theoretical considerations. Their main remedy wasn't exotic herbs or desperate prayers, it was heat. They built grand bathhouses, temples of warmth and water, making heat central to public health. Unlike today's obsession with pills and quick fixes, Romans trusted their body's natural resilience. When illness threatened, they prescribed sweat, not supplements. Sweating was seen as a restorative cleansing process, an act of inner renewal. This wasn't ignorance, it was a deliberate health philosophy. The Romans' robust health and legendary endurance may have been forged as much in the steamy halls of the Thermae as on the battlefield. Their ancient wisdom challenges us. Could the secret to resilience be as simple as heat? Perhaps in our search for wellness we've overlooked the power of our own physiology. The answer may lie in the echoes of their ancient practices. Meet Lucius, a Roman scribe, not a warrior but a man of quiet strength. While others turned to apothecaries or hid from winter's chill, Lucius followed a daily ritual. Each afternoon he visited the public baths, moving through warm, hot and cold rooms. This journey of steam and sweat was his shield against illness. While his peers fell ill, Lucius remained healthy and clear-minded. His secret wasn't luck, it was supporting his body's natural defenses. The cycle of heat, sweat and rest was deep maintenance, not a battle. Lucius cultivated an inner environment where illness struggled to take hold. His resilience came from within, awakened by the simple power of heat. He didn't fight illness, he made his body inhospitable to it. This ancient practice was his daily act of self-care. The wisdom of the baths was written in his robust health. Lucius's ritual began in the tepidarium, the warm room. Here gentle heat eased his body into relaxation, dissolving the day's tension. He sat quietly, focusing on his breath, letting warmth signal his body to shift from alertness to repair. This wasn't idle waiting, it was essential preparation. The gradual rise in temperature opened his blood vessels, priming his system for deeper heat. Lucius understood that true healing started with patience, not force. The tepidarium taught him, create the right conditions, and the body will respond. Rushing would only diminish the benefits. This slow unwinding was the foundation of his resilience. Healing began with respect for the body's natural rhythm. Only then was he ready for the transformative power of the caldarium. In the caldarium, Lucius embraced intense, steamy heat. The air was thick, muffling sound and thought demanding surrender. Lying on heated marble, sweat poured from him, carrying away the day's burdens. This was more than cooling. It was purification from within. The heat accelerated his circulation, delivering nutrients and flushing waste. His heart beat stronger, his mind cleared, and his body awakened. The caldarium was a crucible, rebuilding strength through heat. Lucius stayed until warmth radiated from his core, a sign the process was complete. Here, he wasn't just enduring, he was actively restoring himself. The bathhouse was his temple, and heat was his medicine. In this moment he felt both deeply restful and powerfully alive. The true work of resilience happened in the heart of the heat. The final act was the frigidarium, the cold plunge. Stepping from heat to icy water shocked his system, forcing blood inward and completing the circulatory cycle. This rapid change trained his blood vessels, making them more resilient. Lucius felt a surge of energy and clarity, his body fully awakened. After the plunge he rested, wrapped in linen, letting his body recalibrate. This quiet integration was essential. The benefits of the bath settled in during stillness. His immune system, now primed, circulated efficiently. The sequence, warm-up, sweat, cold shock, rest, was his formula for resilience. For Lucius, the baths were not just for hygiene, but for cultivating strength. His consistent health was no accident, but the result of disciplined practice. The secret to his vitality was hidden in plain sight, in the rituals of the Roman baths, ancient wisdom, modern relevance. Lucius's well-being was rooted in biology, not just tradition. Heat exposure acts as a controlled stressor, hormesis, training the body to adapt and grow stronger. Sweating is just the surface. Beneath, the nervous system and heart ramp up, blood vessels dilate, and circulation improves. This mimics a fever, the body's ancient defense against illness. Heat stimulates immune cells, lymphocytes, neutrophils, interferons, priming them for action. Regular heat exposure keeps the immune system alert and ready. Lucius wasn't waiting for illness, he was preparing his defenses daily. The baths were his immune training ground. Science now confirms what the Romans intuited. Heat can be a powerful tool for health. The wisdom of the ancients is echoed in modern physiology. Resilience, it turns out, is forged in the fire of intentional heat. Diving deeper into the body's response, we encounter a remarkable class of molecules known as heat shock proteins, or HSPs. As their name suggests, these are specialized proteins that are rapidly produced by our cells when they are exposed to stressors like extreme heat. Think of them as the body's dedicated cellular repair crew. Their primary job is to protect other proteins within the cell from being damaged or misfolded by the stressor. They act as molecular chaperones, guiding proteins to fold into their correct shapes and helping to refold any that have been denatured, ensuring they can perform their vital functions correctly. This process is absolutely fundamental to cellular health. When proteins lose their shape, they become dysfunctional and can clump together, leading to cellular damage and contributing to a wide range of health issues and the aging process itself. The production of heat shock proteins is a powerful, built-in defense mechanism against this type of damage. By deliberately exposing ourselves to heat, we are essentially placing an order for a fresh deployment of this repair crew. This not only helps manage the immediate stress of the heat itself, but leaves a surplus of these protective proteins circulating in our system for a period afterwards. The benefits of these amazing proteins extend far beyond simple protein folding. They play a crucial role in reducing inflammation throughout the body. HSPs can help to inhibit inflammatory pathways, calming an overactive immune response and promoting a state of balance. Furthermore, they are instrumental in a process called autophagy, which is the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells and cellular debris. By promoting both the repair of salvageable components and the removal of irreparable junk, heat shock proteins contribute directly to cellular regeneration and overall vitality, keeping our internal environment clean and efficient. This cellular fortification is a key reason why practices like Lucius's were so effective. The regular, repeated stimulation of heat shock protein production would have made his cells fundamentally more resilient to all kinds of stresses, not just heat. This includes oxidative stress from environmental toxins, metabolic stress from poor diet, and even the stress caused by invading pathogens. His daily bath was an investment in his long-term cellular integrity. He was building a more robust, self-repairing biological system from the ground up, one bead of sweat at a time, ensuring his body could withstand the challenges of his environment. But the visible effects of heat on the body, the flushed skin and the profuse sweating, are direct consequences of a dramatic shift in circulation. As the heart pumps faster and the blood vessels dilate, blood flow to the skin can increase by as much as 50 to 70%. This is a massive redistribution of the body's primary transport system. This enhanced circulation acts like a high-pressure rinse for your entire vascular network. It delivers a supercharged dose of oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body, from the tips of your toes to the follicles of your hair, promoting growth, repair, and optimal function across all tissues. This circulatory boost is not just about delivery, it is equally important for removal. The increased blood flow efficiently carries away metabolic byproducts and cellular waste that can accumulate in tissues, leading to fatigue, inflammation, and stiffness. Think of it as opening all the windows in a stuffy house to let a fresh breeze blow through. For Lucius, this meant that the waste products from a day of mental exertion or physical activity were cleared away more effectively, leaving him feeling refreshed and revitalized rather than drained. This process is crucial for muscle recovery, which is why many modern athletes incorporate sauna use into their training regimens. Parallel to the circulatory system is another vital yet often overlooked network, the lymphatic system. This system is essentially the body's sanitation department, responsible for clearing out toxins, waste, and other unwanted materials. Unlike the circulatory system, which has the heart as a central pump, the lymphatic system relies on the contraction of muscles and bodily movement to circulate its fluid called lymph. The intense sweating induced by heat therapy is a powerful way to support this system, as it helps to expel toxins directly through the skin, reducing the overall burden on the internal lymphatic network. Furthermore, The increased heart rate and deeper breathing associated with heat exposure also help to mechanically pump the lymphatic fluid, improving its flow and drainage. A sluggish lymphatic system can lead to fluid retention, chronic inflammation, and a weakened immune response. By regularly engaging in a practice that stimulates both the circulatory and lymphatic systems so profoundly, Lucius was ensuring his body's internal highways and sanitation routes were clear and functioning at peak efficiency. This comprehensive internal cleansing was a cornerstone of the resilience he experienced, keeping his body's terrain clean and inhospitable to illness. While the benefits of heat are profound, they are not without their requirements. The entire process hinges on one crucial element: water. The act of sweating, so central to the therapeutic effect, is a process of deliberate fluid loss. A single session in a hot sauna or steam room can cause the body to lose over 1 liter of water. If this fluid is not adequately replaced, the benefits of heat can quickly turn into detriments. Dehydration places immense stress on the kidneys, thickens the blood, and forces the heart to work much harder to pump it, negating the positive cardiovascular conditioning effects. However, proper hydration is more complex than simply drinking plain water, especially when sweating heavily. Sweat is not just pure water. It is a saline solution containing a host of vital minerals known as electrolytes. These include sodium, potassium, chloride, calcium, and magnesium. Electrolytes are electrically charged ions that are absolutely essential for countless bodily functions. They govern nerve impulses, muscle contractions, fluid balance, and the body's pH level. When we sweat, we lose these critical minerals, and replacing them is just as important as replacing the water itself. An imbalance can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, and dizziness. This is why modern science stresses the importance of hydrating with electrolyte-rich fluids over plain water during and after intense sweating. Consuming water alone after significant mineral loss can further dilute the electrolytes remaining in the body, potentially leading to a dangerous condition called hyponatremia, or low sodium. The Romans, while not understanding the precise biochemistry, intuitively knew the importance of replenishment. They would consume water, but also foods like fruits and salty broths after their bathing rituals, which would have naturally restored some of these lost minerals, supporting their recovery and ensuring the practice remained restorative rather than depleting. For us today, this means approaching our modern-day bath with a strategic mindset, ensuring we're well hydrated before entering a sauna, and having an electrolyte solution ready for afterwards is not an optional extra. It is a fundamental part of the process. Without proper hydration and mineral replacement, heat becomes a significant stressor that can deplete the body's resources. With it, the heat becomes a supportive tool, enabling the powerful physiological benefits of sweating and enhanced circulation to unfold safely and effectively, turning stress into strength, just as it did for Lucius. Among the crucial electrolytes lost through sweat, one stands out for its particularly vital and multifaceted role in the body's response to heat and stress: magnesium. This essential mineral is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, acting as a master regulator for everything from energy production to DNA synthesis. Crucially, it plays a central role in muscle function and relaxation. While calcium is required for muscle contraction, magnesium is what allows the muscle to relax. An imbalance, particularly a deficiency in magnesium, can lead to cramps, spasms, and persistent tension, which can be exacerbated by the fluid loss from sweating. When we expose ourselves to heat, our muscles are working even if we are just sitting still. The cardiovascular system is firing and the body is under a form of stress. Magnesium is essential for a healthy stress response. It helps to regulate the nervous system and the adrenal glands, which produce the stress hormones cortisol and adrenaline. Adequate magnesium levels can help to calm the nervous system, promoting a sense of relaxation and preventing the physiological stress of the heat from becoming an overwhelming psychological stress. It helps the body transition smoothly into the recovery and repair state that is so crucial after a sauna session. Furthermore, magnesium is intrinsically linked to hydration at a cellular level. It helps to transport other electrolytes like potassium and calcium into and out of cells, which is fundamental for maintaining proper fluid balance within the cells themselves. Without enough magnesium, our cells cannot hydrate properly, no matter how much water we drink. This makes magnesium a foundational element for ensuring that the entire thermoregulatory process, from sweating to rehydrating, functions optimally. It is the key that unlocks the door to effective cellular hydration and mineral balance, which is the bedrock of safe and effective heat therapy. Lucius would have unknowingly replenished his magnesium through the Roman diet, which was rich in whole grains, legumes, and green leafy vegetables. For us, in a world where soil depletion has reduced the mineral content of our food, conscious supplementation can be a wise strategy. Taking a highly absorbable form of magnesium before heat exposure can prepare the body for the demands to come. It ensures the muscular and nervous systems are supported, facilitates relaxation during the session, and lays the groundwork for efficient rehydration and recovery afterwards, transforming the experience from a potentially depleting one into a deeply restorative ritual. The fall of the Roman Empire saw its magnificent aqueducts crumble and its grand bathhouses fall into disuse, but the wisdom they embodied was not entirely lost. The fundamental human understanding of heat as a tool for health and community did not vanish with the last legions. Instead, this knowledge fragmented and migrated, carried like a cultural seed on the winds of trade, conflict, and human movement. It took root in different soils, adapting to new climates and local customs. The core principles of the Roman thermae, communal bathing, intense sweating for purification and social connection, survived in various forms across the globe, most notably in the hammams of the Ottoman Empire and the banyas of Eastern Europe. These traditions, while distinct in their architecture and specific rituals, shared the same foundational belief that Lucius held dear. They recognized that deliberately inducing a sweat in a heated communal space was profoundly beneficial for both body and spirit. The Turkish hammam, with its sequence of heated rooms and emphasis on massage and exfoliation, is a direct descendant of the Roman bath. It preserved the idea of the bath as a center for social life, a place where business was conducted, friendships were forged, and health was maintained. The practice was not merely about hygiene, it was a deeply ingrained cultural institution that promoted well-being on multiple levels. This enduring legacy demonstrates that the Roman approach was not a historical anomaly but tapped into a universal human truth about our relationship with heat. The desire for a warm, safe place to cleanse, relax, and connect with others is a powerful one. These spaces became sanctuaries from the harshness of daily life, offering a predictable and comforting ritual that restored a sense of balance. The practice persisted through centuries of change because it delivered tangible results. People felt better, stronger, and more connected to their communities after participating, ensuring the knowledge was passed down from one generation to the next, long after the original blueprints were lost to time. The journey of this practice from the heart of Rome to the far corners of Europe and the Middle East shows its remarkable adaptability and universal appeal. It proves that the science Lucius was intuitively practicing is not specific to one culture or era. It is a human science based on the fundamental physiology we all share. The echoes of the Roman caldarium can be heard in the hiss of steam in a Russian banya and seen in the soft light of a Moroccan bathhouse. This ancient wisdom survived because it worked, and its most potent modern expression can be found in the cold, northern lands of Scandinavia. Nowhere has the ancient tradition of therapeutic heat been more fervently embraced than in the Nordic countries, particularly Finland. Here the practice evolved into the sauna, a cultural cornerstone deeply woven into the fabric of national identity. The Finnish sauna is not a luxury, it is a necessity, with an estimated 3 million saunas for a population of 5.5 million people. It is a place for birth, for healing, and for quiet contemplation. This tradition, developed independently yet in parallel with Roman principles, represents another powerful testament to the innate human draw towards heat for wellness. The Finns perfected the art of the dry heat, often punctuated by bursts of steam or loili, created by tossing water on hot stones. The Scandinavian sauna ritual shares a remarkable number of core elements with the Roman bath sequence. The experience typically involves sitting in the intense heat of the sauna, which can reach temperatures of 80 to 100 degrees Celsius until a deep sweat is achieved. This is often followed by a rapid cooling off period, which could involve a roll in the snow, a plunge into an icy lake, or a cold shower. This mirrors the Roman journey from the Caldarium to the Frigidarium. This cycle of extreme heat and cold is repeated several times, creating a powerful vascular workout and stimulating the body's adaptive responses in a way Lucius would have found strikingly familiar. Beyond the physiological, the sauna holds a sacred social role. It is a profoundly egalitarian space, where worldly status and titles are left at the door with one's clothes. It serves as a sanctuary for honest conversation, family bonding, and silent personal reflection. This emphasis on community, rest, and mental calm is a direct echo of the social and restorative functions of the Roman baths. In a world of constant digital noise and social pressure, the sauna provides a much-needed space for disconnection and genuine human presence. It is a place to sweat out the day's stresses and reconnect with oneself and with others in a simple, elemental way. This vibrant living tradition provides us with a direct link to the past and a powerful model for the present. The Finns and their Nordic neighbours did not need to excavate Roman ruins to understand the value of heat. They discovered it for themselves through generations of lived experience. Their enduring commitment to the sauna is not based on nostalgia, but on tangible, observable benefits to their health and happiness. Their culture provides a powerful modern-day case study, demonstrating that the principles of heat therapy are timeless and that their benefits are as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. For centuries, the benefits of practices like the Roman baths and the Finnish sauna were understood through feeling and tradition. Lucius felt stronger. Generations of Finns reported better health. But today, we no longer have to rely solely on anecdotal evidence. Modern science has built a sturdy bridge of data that connects these ancient rituals to measurable physiological outcomes. Extensive research, much of it coming from long-term studies in Scandinavia, has rigorously validated what practitioners have intuitively known for millennia. The evidence confirms that intentional heat use is a powerful lever for improving health and promoting longevity, turning ancient wisdom into evidence-based medicine. One of the most compelling areas of research comes from a long-term study conducted at the University of Eastern Finland. This study followed a large group of middle-aged men for over 2 decades and found a dramatic link between sauna frequency and health outcomes. Men who used a sauna 2 to 3 times per week had a significantly lower risk of dying from cardiovascular disease compared to those who used it only once a week. Those who used the sauna 4 to 7 times per week saw an even greater reduction in risk. This provides powerful evidence that regular heat exposure directly supports heart health, likely through the mechanisms of improved circulation and vascular flexibility. The scientific inquiry does not stop at heart health. Studies published in respected journals like PubMed and JAMA Internal Medicine have linked regular sauna use to a host of other benefits. Researchers have found lower markers of systemic inflammation, such as C-reactive protein, in frequent sauna users. This is incredibly significant, as chronic inflammation is a known driver of almost every major chronic disease, from diabetes to dementia. Furthermore, studies have shown a reduced risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative conditions, suggesting that the benefits of heat, including the production of heat shock proteins, extend to protecting the brain. This wealth of modern data provides a scientific vindication for the rituals of both Lucius in Rome and his modern counterparts in Helsinki. What was once passed down as cultural tradition can now be explained in the language of cellular biology, cardiology, and neurology. The science shows us precisely how the heat primes the immune system, reduces inflammation, protects our cells, and strengthens our cardiovascular system. It transforms the conversation from one about historical practices to one about contemporary health strategy. The evidence is clear. The path of sweat and steam is a scientifically validated route to a more resilient life. The convergence of ancient tradition and modern science has sparked, a global renaissance in the practice of heat therapy. We're living in a time of rediscovery where the wisdom of Roman bathers and Finnish sauna goers is being embraced by, a new generation of wellness seekers. This revival, it's not about perfectly replicating the past, but rather about integrating its core principles into our modern lives. Infrared saunas, which use light to heat the body directly, are becoming increasingly common in homes and wellness centers. Steam rooms are now a staple in gyms, and dedicated contrast therapy studios offering cycles of hot saunas and cold plunges are quite strikingly emerging in cities worldwide. This modern movement allows us to access the profound benefits of heat therapy with unprecedented convenience, but it also carries a risk of misunderstanding. It's easy to view a sauna session as just another item on a wellness checklist, something to be completed as quickly and efficiently as possible. However, this approach misses the deeper lesson from both Rome and Scandinavia. The true power of the ritual lies not just in the heat itself, but in the intentionality surrounding it. It's about carving out dedicated time for rest, disconnecting from the frantic pace of life and allowing the body to enter a state of deep repair. To truly benefit, we must remember the wisdom of Lucius. We must approach the heat not with haste, but with respect for the process. This means preparing our bodies beforehand with proper hydration and minerals. It means being present during the session, focusing on our breath and the sensations in our body, rather than on our phones or to-do lists. Most importantly, it means honoring the cool-down and rest period afterwards, allowing our systems the time to integrate the benefits and return to a state of calm equilibrium. Rushing from a hot sauna directly into a stressful activity negates much of the restorative work. Ultimately, the challenge for us is to remember what we have forgotten, that our bodies have an immense innate capacity for healing. The secret to unlocking this potential is not always found in a bottle or a new technology, but in ancient simple practices that support our fundamental physiology. By consciously incorporating the principles of heat, rest, and hydration into our lives, we are not just following a trend, we are participating in a tradition that is thousands of years old. We are remembering how to use the elements to build resilience from the inside out, creating a bridge between the wisdom of the past and the health of our future. While the wisdom of ancient practices like the Roman baths provides a powerful blueprint for health, our modern world presents, different challenges. The soil our food is grown in is often less rich in minerals than it was 2 millennia ago, and our lifestyles can be more demanding in unique ways. To truly and safely embrace the benefits of heat therapy, we can support our bodies with targeted nutrition. This is not about replacing the ritual, but enhancing it. The goal is to ensure our internal environment is fully prepared for the deliberate beneficial stress of the heat, transforming the experience from potentially depleting to powerfully restorative. This is where modern science can offer a helping hand to ancient wisdom. This is the philosophy behind balanced life. We recognize that for practices like sauna use to be effective, the body requires specific raw materials. It needs the right tools to manage the process of heating, sweating, and cooling. Providing these tools beforehand is like ensuring a craftsman has a sharp chisel and a sturdy mallet before beginning his work. It allows for precision, safety, and, honestly, a much better outcome. It is about creating a foundation of support so the body does not have to scramble for resources during the therapeutic process. This proactive approach allows the full benefits of the heat to be unlocked, safely and consistently. The first and most crucial of these foundational supports is magnesium. As we have seen, this mineral is the master key to muscle relaxation, nervous system regulation, and cellular hydration. Taking a highly absorbable form of magnesium, such as Balanced Life's ultra-absorption magnesium, before stepping into a sauna prepares your body for the experience. It ensures your muscles can handle the thermal load without cramping and helps calm your mind, allowing you to sink into a state of deep relaxation. This preemptive step ensures your internal systems are primed and ready, setting the stage for a truly effective and serene session. This principle of preparation is central. Balanced Life's formulations are designed not to be a cure, but a support system for your body's own natural rhythms. They are created to work in harmony with practices that build resilience. By ensuring your body has an ample supply of essential minerals before engaging in heat therapy, you are honoring the demands of the ritual. You're providing the necessary resources for your physiology to perform its healing work optimally. This isn't a modern shortcut, it is a thoughtful enhancement, allowing an ancient practice to flourish within the context of contemporary life and its unique nutritional landscape. The support your body needs extends beyond the moments just before your heat ritual. The entire cycle, before, during, and after, requires a thoughtful approach to nutrition. During the sweat-inducing phase, your body loses not just water but a spectrum of vital electrolytes. Replenishing these is not an afterthought, it is an integral part of the healing process. This is why Balanced Life developed its electrolyte complex. It is precisely formulated to restore the key minerals lost through sweat, including sodium, potassium, and magnesium, in the correct balance. This ensures your cells can rehydrate effectively, maintaining nerve function and preventing the fatigue that can follow a session. Beyond immediate replenishment, we must consider the deeper systems at play. The immune system, which is so powerfully stimulated by heat, relies on key vitamins to function at its peak. Vitamin D3, often called the sunshine vitamin, is a potent immune modulator. It helps to regulate both the innate and adaptive immune responses, ensuring they are strong but not overactive. However, vitamin D3 works best when it is paired with vitamin K2. This partner vitamin helps to direct calcium to the bones and away from the arteries, a crucial function for supporting the cardiovascular benefits gained from heat therapy. Balanced Life's D3 plus K2 formula provides these synergistic nutrients in one thoughtful dose. This combination of supplements creates a comprehensive support system for your modern-day bath. The magnesium prepares your body for the heat. The electrolyte complex replenishes what is lost through sweat, ensuring proper hydration and recovery, and the vitamin D3 plus K2 supports the long-term resilience of your immune and cardiovascular systems, which are the very systems being trained by the heat. Each product is designed with a specific purpose, working together to amplify the benefits of your wellness practice. This is what a modern apothecary should look like: targeted, science-backed support for your body's innate wisdom. At Balanced Life, every formulation is third-party tested for purity and potency. We believe that what you put into your body should be as clean and trustworthy as the ancient practices you embrace. This commitment to quality ensures that you are not just supplementing but truly supporting your health journey. It is about bridging the gap between the timeless wisdom of Lucius's bathhouse and the scientific understanding of today. By providing your body with this foundational support, you can step into the heat with confidence, knowing you have everything you need to emerge stronger, more balanced, and more resilient. To truly harness the power of heat, your ritual must begin long before you feel its warmth on your skin. The wisdom lies not just in the act of sweating, but in the deliberate preparation that precedes it. The first, most fundamental step is to prepare your body from the inside out by supporting its mineral stores. As we have established, sweating depletes essential electrolytes, with magnesium being one of the most critical. Taking a high-quality, easily absorbable magnesium supplement about an hour before you plan to enter a sauna or hot bath is a powerful act of foresight. This simple step ensures your muscular and nervous systems are well supported, helping to prevent cramps and promoting a deeper state of relaxation during your session. The second pillar of preparation is hydration. Entering a state of heat-induced sweating while already dehydrated is not therapeutic. It is a significant stressor on your cardiovascular system and kidneys. In the hours leading up to your session, focus on hydrating deeply. This means sipping water consistently throughout the day, rather than chugging a large amount right before you begin. More importantly, consider the quality of your hydration. Adding a comprehensive electrolyte complex to your water is a wise strategy. This preloads your system with the very minerals you are about to lose, ensuring that your cellular hydration is optimal and that your body has the resources it needs to manage the thermal load effectively. Consider your physical state before you even contemplate the heat. It is best to avoid using a sauna or intense hot bath immediately after a heavy meal, as this can divert blood flow away from digestion. Likewise, engaging in heat therapy when you are already exhausted or sleep-deprived can be more depleting than restorative. Listen to your body. The goal is to use heat as a hormetic stressor, a mild, beneficial challenge, not to push a system that is already running on empty. A light, nutritious snack an hour or two beforehand is fine, but the ideal state is one of relative calm and readiness, not one of digestive or adrenal fatigue. Finally, prepare your environment and your mindset. Your modern-day bathhouse, whether it is a home sauna or a gym steam room, should be a sanctuary. Before you begin, take a moment to set your intention. Decide that for the next hour, you will disconnect from the demands of the world. Put your phone away, gather your towel and your water. This mental preparation is just as important as the physical. It signals to your nervous system that it is time to shift from the fight or flight mode of daily life into the rest and digest mode where healing and recovery can truly happen. This conscious transition is the key to unlocking the ritual's full potential. Once you have prepared your body and mind, it is time to step into the heat. The key here is moderation and awareness. For many, especially those new to the practice, the instinct is to endure the highest possible temperature for as long as possible. This is a mistake. The goal is to find a sweet spot where you achieve a deep, profuse sweat without pushing your body into a state of genuine distress. Start with shorter sessions of 15 to 20 minutes at a moderate temperature. Pay close attention to your body's signals, your heart rate, your breathing, and your general sense of comfort. You should feel challenged, but not overwhelmed. It is a dance, not a battle. During your time in the heat, focus on your breath. This is a practice Lucius would have understood intuitively. By taking slow, deep, diaphragmatic breaths, you help to maintain a state of calm within the nervous system, even as your cardiovascular system is working hard. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling slowly through the mouth can have a profoundly regulating effect. This conscious breathing transforms the experience from a passive endurance test into an active meditation. It anchors you in the present moment, allowing you to fully inhabit the sensations of the heat and the release of the sweat, deepening the mind-body connection. It is also vital to honor the cycle of hot and cold, just as the Romans did. After your initial period in the heat, step out and cool down. This does not have to be an extreme ice plunge, especially when you are starting. A cool or lukewarm shower can be just as effective. This cooling period is not a break from the ritual. It is part of it. It constricts the blood vessels, flushes the system, and provides a necessary reset before potentially re-entering the heat. A typical session might involve 2 or 3 cycles of this hot-cold contrast, allowing for a deeper therapeutic effect than one single prolonged exposure. Throughout this process, listen to your body above all else. If you begin to feel dizzy, nauseous, or excessively uncomfortable, it is a clear signal to stop. There is no award for pushing through these warning signs. True wisdom lies in knowing your limits and respecting them. The benefits of heat therapy accumulate over time with consistent, safe practice. By navigating the ritual with awareness, patience, and a deep respect for your body's feedback, you ensure that each session is a step towards greater resilience, not a step towards depletion. This mindful approach is the very essence of heating wisely. The moments after you step out of the heat for the final time are arguably the most important part of the entire ritual. The work is not over. In fact, the most profound healing is just beginning to integrate. The first and most immediate priority is to continue the rehydration process you began earlier. This is the time to mindfully consume your electrolyte-rich water. Sip it slowly, allowing your body to absorb the fluids and minerals it needs to replenish what was lost through sweat. This deliberate act of rehydration helps to stabilize your blood pressure and supports your kidneys as they filter the waste products mobilized by the session. Once you have had some water, the next step is crucial. You must rest. Do not rush from the sauna into your next task. Do not immediately pick up your phone and flood your system with emails and notifications. Find a quiet, comfortable place to sit or lie down for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Wrap yourself in a towel or robe and simply be still. During this sacred pause, your body is undergoing a profound shift. Your heart rate is gradually returning to its resting state. Your nervous system is shifting deeply into a parasympathetic rest and repair mode, and the stimulated immune cells are circulating through your system. This is where the magic happens. This post-heat rest is a non-negotiable part of the practice. It allows the physiological benefits to fully anchor in your system. Think of it like the Savasana pose at the end of a yoga class. It is the period of integration where the body and mind absorb the fruits of the effort. Rushing this process is like leaving a fine meal before dessert. You miss out on a key part of the experience. The deep sense of calm and clarity that so many people report after a sauna session is cultivated in these moments of stillness. It is a feeling of being completely cleansed from the cellular level outwards. Finally, consider the frequency of your practice. While daily ritual worked for Lucius, a more modern and sustainable approach for most people is to use heat therapy 2 to 4 times per week. This frequency is enough to stimulate the adaptive benefits, like increased heat shock proteins and improved circulation, without leading to burnout or mineral depletion. Using heat for recovery should not become another source of stress in your life. By embracing this rhythm of preparation, mindful practice, and sacred rest, you are not just using heat, you are entering into a partnership with it, creating a sustainable ritual that will build resilience for years to come. We stand at a unique crossroads in our collective pursuit of health, a point where the paths of ancient tradition and modern scientific discovery converge. For centuries we looked forward, believing that every answer to our biological frailties lay in the future, in a new pill, a new technology, or a new surgical procedure. In this relentless march of progress, we inadvertently kicked up the dust of history, obscuring the profound and simple truths that were once common knowledge. We forgot the wisdom of Lucius and the quiet power of his daily ritual. We forgot that the human body already possesses an immense and sophisticated capacity for healing, a capacity that does not always need to be commandeered, but simply supported. The legacy of the Roman baths is more than just a collection of picturesque ruins. It is an echo of a time when wellness was woven into the fabric of daily life. It was a public utility, as essential as fresh water from the aqueducts. The Romans understood that resilience was not merely an individual pursuit, but a communal strength, cultivated in shared spaces of warmth and rest. They knew that the path to vitality was not found in fighting the body, but in partnering with it. They used the elemental force of heat to coax their physiology into a state of heightened readiness and deep repair. We lost this understanding, trading the communal steam of the caldarium for the isolated chill of the sterile clinic. What might we regain if we chose to listen to these echoes? If we remembered that the simple act of inducing a sweat is a powerful form of medicine? We might find that the answers to some of our most pressing modern health challenges, chronic inflammation, poor circulation, and weakened immune responses, are not as complex as we have been led to believe. We might rediscover that our own skin is a powerful organ of detoxification, and that our own blood vessels are capable of being trained for greater resilience. By re-embracing heat, we are not turning our backs on science. We are embracing the very science that ancient cultures understood through intuition and observation. This reclamation is about more than just physical health. It is about reclaiming a sense of agency over our own well-being. It is about understanding that we can actively participate in the cultivation of our own strength through simple, accessible practices. The lesson from Rome is that we do not have to be passive recipients of either illness or treatment. We can, like Lucius, follow a different path, a path of steam, rest, and sweat. We can learn to outsmart illness not by overwhelming it with external forces, but by cultivating an internal environment so robust and balanced that illness struggles to find a foothold in the first place. To remember this ancient wisdom is one thing. To integrate it into the frantic pace of the 21st century is another challenge entirely. Our lives are fragmented. Our attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 directions, and our schedules are relentlessly demanding. The idea of a leisurely multi-hour bathing ritual can seem like an impossible luxury, yet the principles of the Roman bath are remarkably scalable. The core elements, intentional heat, deliberate cooling, and dedicated rest, can be adapted to fit our modern context. The spirit of the practice can be captured in a 20-minute sauna session at the gym, a hot Epsom salt bath at home, or a visit to a local steam room. The key to this modern reclamation lies in shifting our perspective. We must cease to view these practices as indulgent self-pampering and begin to see them for what they are: essential maintenance for the human machine. It requires us to carve out sacred, non-negotiable time for our own physiological and mental health. This means consciously disconnecting from our devices and the incessant demands they place on our nervous system. It means transforming a simple act of hygiene, like a hot shower, into a mindful moment of sensory awareness, focusing on the warmth of the water and the steam on our skin, consciously breathing and letting go of the day's tension. This act of reclaiming the ritual is a quiet rebellion against the culture of constant busyness. It is a declaration that rest is not laziness, but a vital component of strength and productivity. It is an acknowledgement that our bodies are not machines to be pushed until they break, but complex biological systems that thrive on cycles of stress and recovery. By intentionally exposing our bodies to the hormetic stress of heat and then allowing them to enter a deep state of recuperation, we are training them to be more adaptive, more resilient, and more balanced in the face of all the other stresses our modern lives throw at us. Ultimately, what we stand to regain is a more profound connection with ourselves. In the silence of the steam or the enveloping warmth of the bath, the noise of the external world fades away. We are left with the fundamental sensations of our own existence, the beat of our heart, the rhythm of our breath, the feeling of sweat on our skin. This practice brings us back into our bodies, fostering a sense of presence and self-awareness that is often lost in our screen-dominated lives. We begin to listen again to the subtle signals our body is sending, relearning a language we were all born speaking, but have largely forgotten. At Balanced Life, our philosophy is not built on chasing the latest fleeting trends or promising miraculous transformations overnight. We believe in something far more enduring. We believe in building trust between you and your body, trust in the timeless wisdom of nature, and trust in the rigor of modern science. Our purpose is to serve as a bridge between these worlds, providing thoughtfully formulated, clean, and effective support that honors the body's innate intelligence. We don't seek to replace the power of a healthy lifestyle. We seek to enhance it, ensuring you have the foundational support needed to thrive. The story of Lucius and the Roman baths is a powerful reminder that the most profound wellness solutions are often the simplest. They are rooted in the elements, in heat, in water, in minerals from the earth. Our role is to make those elemental tools more effective in the context of your modern life. Our ultra-absorption magnesium, our electrolyte complex, and our vitamin D3 plus K2 formula are not magic potions. They are carefully chosen nutrients, essential raw materials that your body needs to perform the very processes that practices like sauna use are designed to stimulate. They are a nod to the fact that while our spirit is willing, our modern diet may be weak. The future of wellness, as we see it, lies in this synthesis of the ancient and the modern. It involves looking back to understand the fundamental principles that have kept humans healthy for millennia, and then applying our current scientific knowledge to practice them more safely and effectively. It is a future where we move beyond the simplistic idea of a pill for every ill and embrace a more holistic, participatory model of health. It is about building a foundation of resilience through consistent, intelligent practices that support our physiology from the cellular level upwards, day after day, week after week. Our commitment is to be your trusted partner on this journey. We are here to provide not just high-quality, third-party tested supplements, but also the knowledge and context to use them wisely. We believe in a calmer, more grounded approach to health, one that empowers you to listen to your body and support its natural rhythms, because at the end of the day, the greatest healer you will ever know is the one that resides within you. Our mission is simply to help you create the optimal conditions for that healer to do its remarkable work. This is the promise of Balanced Life, a future forged in trust in nature and in you.
Balanced life, it made just for you. Balance your body right in your way. Feel the difference every day. Yeah. Balanced life supplements your natural way. Visit balancelifesubs.com.